Chapter 2, Big Picture. When I wrote this book, I broke the script. I've thought a lot over the past year or so about how to tell this story. On the one hand, it's a very simple story. I have the answers to some very big questions. On the other hand, it's a little more complex because getting to the answers requires a shift in context that, by necessity, changes the questions that should be asked. Here are the types of questions that get asked every day. What's wrong with our sales and marketing stuff? How can I improve the things we're doing? Questions like these lead us to pursue performance optimizations from our current people, processes, and technology. They are firmly rooted in a critical evaluation of how we make better the things we're doing now. But the more important questions are the ones that would cause us to critically evaluate the efficacy of the things themselves rather than how we're doing them. These questions do not lead us down the narrow path of performance optimizations to drive incremental improvements. They lead us to devise new ways of doing things that result in innovative approaches and transformational outcomes. And these questions aren't being asked frequently enough. What's wrong with the state of sales and marketing? What should we all be doing differently? Like I said, I have the answers to these questions, those frequently asked and those not asked frequently enough. So why don't I just tell you right now and be done with it? I consider that very approach, actually. Originally, I was going to start like this. Across the tech industry, sales and marketing performance is in decline. Here's how to fix it. Bam, pow, whammy, mic drop. But that approach wouldn't work. Why? Precisely because the most important answers I have are to questions that are rarely asked. And what I found is that it takes a lot of storytelling and convincing to get most people to the point of agreeing that not only do we need to ask different questions, but that the answers are both urgent and overdue. So if I started with the answers, most people would dismiss them immediately because most people don't think they need a completely different approach to sales and marketing. What most people think they need are performance optimizations to their existing approach. The script for business books. There's a script for business books, you know. I have a part and you have a part. Your role is that of the discriminating reader. You're only supposed to buy this book if someone tells you about it or if it shows up on some list somewhere. And if you do buy it, you're supposed to skip the front matter entirely, scan the table of contents, and maybe read a few pages from a chapter that piques your interest, all the while judging whether the book is worth reading from start to finish. And my role in the script is that of the dedicated author. I'm supposed to consider the book's position and marketability, carefully plan the structure, commit to a disciplined writing process over the course of months or years, and polish the manuscript until my fingers bleed, resulting in an end product that is concise, easy to read, and practical in scope. Or hire a ghostwriter. When I wrote this book, I broke the script. I'm not a dedicated author. I'm an agency founder and CEO. I have work to do for my clients, my people, and my shareholders. So instead of taking some sort of writing sabbatical, I wrote the first draft of this book in 2 days. It poured out of me. I broke the rules for front matter, spreading the preface out over the first 4 chapters and dropping a dedication in the middle as its own chapter. And the book is anything but concise, easy to read, and practical in scope. I ramble, I go on a lot of tangents, I switch back and forth between topics, and I tell a bunch of stories that may not seem absolutely necessary or relevant. Obviously, I did not hire a ghostwriter. I ignored my part in the script. I hope you do the same. I am sorry if reading this book is a frustrating experience. All I ask is that you be patient and suspend judgment, because I believe you'll find the experience valuable in the end. Many people who read an advanced copy of the manuscript for this book told me it had a way of growing in their mind. For most, there was a light bulb moment. It happened at different points in the book for different people, and for some, the moment was weeks after finishing it. But after that light bulb moment, they couldn't help but see the solutions I present here in nearly every sales and marketing situation they encountered thereafter. So try to suspend judgment while you read, and maybe even for a few days after you finish. Be patient. Give me the benefit of the doubt. And then you tell me if these were questions worth asking and answers worth sharing.